of people also within the bank had access to this. This is the kind of information which would have. So,
now,
Malad,
Salve,
yes.
If you see your application,
yes, Malad.
If we start at para 10, paras 10 to 14 of your application are the key to your application.
Lordship, please.
What you say in para 10 is that it is submitted that donor details were kept. I'm sorry, just give me a moment. You have it? That one's application. The MA.
IA 5760.
It is submitted that donor detail.
Yes, Malad.
Just one. It is submitted that donor details were kept in a sealed cover at the designated branch, and all such sealed covers were deposited in the main branch of the applicant bank, which is located in Mumbai.
Yes, Malad.
On the other end, each political party was required to maintain a designated account in any of the 29 authorized branches. It was only in this account that electoral bonds received by that party could be deposited and redeemed. At the time of redemption, the original bond, the pay-in slip, would be stored in a sealed cover and sent to the SBI Mumbai main branch. So what you are saying is that donor details were all sent to the SBI main branch. Redemption
Correct.
details were all sent to the Mumbai, the same branch, the SBI Central Main Branch in Mumbai.
Yes.
Now 12. It can thus be noted that both sets of information were being stored independently of each other. Thus, to rematch them would be a task requiring significant amount of effort. In order to make available donor information, the date of issue of each bond will have to be checked and matched against the date of purchase by a particular donor. This exercise would only deal with the first silo of information. These bonds were redeemed by political parties in their designated bank accounts. Accordingly, this information would then have to be matched against the bond redemption information that makes up the second silo. It is submitted that the retrieval of information from each silo and the procedure of matching the information of one silo to the other would be a time-consuming exercise. The details are stored separately. Some of the details, such as bonds number, are stored digitally, while the other sets of details, such as name of purchaser, KYC, are stored physically. The purpose of not storing all details digitally was to ensure that it cannot be gathered easily to achieve the object of the scheme. And then finally, para 14. In that regard, it is further submitted that this court has directed for making public the donor information to the date of its interim order, 12th April 19, to the date of the judgment. In that time, 22,217 electoral bonds were used for making donations to various political parties. Redeemed bonds were deposited to Mumbai main branch by the authorized branches at the end of each phase in sealed envelopes. Coupled with the fact that two different information silos existed, this would mean that a total of 44,434 information set would have to be decoded, compiled, and compared. Now, if you see the directions which we have issued at page 76,
My lord.
We have not told you to do the matching exercise. We have asked you for a plain disclosure. Therefore, the ground on which you seek an extension of time to make the disclosure does not accord with the directions in the judgment at all. The judgment doesn't tell you to do that.
No, I'll tell you what we understand. If that is not so, then of course there's no problem. If your lordship is pleased to turn to para 221.
Then you simply comply with the judgment.
No, please turn to para 221. Your lordship's judgment?
Page 76, right?
76, yes. SBI shall submit details of electoral bonds purchased since the interim order of the court. Well, no problem. No problem. The details shall include the date of purchase of each electoral bond, the name of the purchaser of the bond, and the denomination of the electoral bond purchase. Now, my lord, when the purchases were happening, we divided the information. The name is kept at one place and the purchase is recorded at another place.
But ultimately, everything was sent to the Mumbai Central Main Branch. All issuing branches, for the political parties, there are only 24. Actually, there are 4. But insofar as the purchasers are concerned, everything has been remitted back to the Mumbai Central Main Branch.
Except, I'm sorry, Manoj, your lordship is right. It is not kept at one place because the reason, if your lordship just sees an earlier para, my lord was pleased to see para 10. If your lordship just sees para 5 and 7, That's why the problem has arisen in this case.